Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's great to see you here again. Today's layout was created for Off The Rails Scrapbooking using their August mood board. I'll put a link in the description below so you can pop over and check it out. The mood board is black and white, so I have done this layout using just black and white. The only colour is in the photo. This photo was taken for our wedding anniversary a few years ago, 2014. The papers I'm using are from Imaginesque and their black tie optional range for two of the papers, and the other paper is Teresa Collins called Damask. I'm also using a piece of embossed black cardstock and some white cardstock to matte everything. Every piece of paper on this layout has been matted on white. I'm going to start by matting my photo. My photo is actually 7 5/8 by 5 5/8, an unusual size because it was actually a photo that I used on a calendar, so it's not a standard print. The pattern paper, the white cardstock and all of the embellishments have the edges inked before they are attached to the page. You can see there's a photo of my mum, dad and grandmother on the back of this photo. As I said, this photo was from a calendar, so the photos are printed on the back of each other. Anyway, I used double-sided tape to attach the photo to the photo mat. I don't really have a plan for this layout, so I'm just working with the 3 pattern papers that I've decided to use, and I'm just trying to decide where I'm going to put them and what size I'm going to cut them. Once I make that decision, I cut my papers to the size that I think I'm going to want and then mat them all on white cardstock. The matting of the papers onto the white cardstock helps each layer stand out from the one behind. Because I'm using 3 fairly heavily patterned papers, it definitely helps. Using a piece of white cardstock in this Martha Stewart edge punch, I've thrown the packaging away so I can't tell you what the name of the punch is. I punch along one 12-inch edge of the white cardstock, and I'm going to use this as a header for my layout. After I had inked the edge of the strip, I used some glue to attach it to the top of my layout. I also used glue to attach some craft foam to the back of my photo so that when I attach it to my layout, it's going to be risen above the other papers. It's now time to start attaching my layers to the background. The background cardstock is actually a embossed cardstock. I purchased it like that, and it's just covered in little embossed dots. There used to be quite a lot of it around previously. These embellishments were in a pack I bought. I can't give you any details about the pack because once again I've thrown the packaging away. So I'm going to have to be a little more careful about that, I think, in the future. Anyway, sorry, but the brand and the name of the pack is gone from my memory altogether. These are die cuts, so I have filed the edge to get rid of that little pimple thing that joins the die cuts to the sheet, and I'm going to ink around those, mat them onto some white cardstock, and then attach them to my layout. They're all going to have foam attached to them because they're all going to sort of overlap the photo. So half of it will be foam and half of it will be just glued to the actual photo itself. I wanted to put the journaling in the white heart, and I didn't want to use my own handwriting because I'm not that big a fan of it, to be quite honest. So I printed the writing onto a piece of printer paper, and then I cut it out in a heart shape using a die that I had that just happened to fit inside the heart die, or the heart shape on the embellishment. So I was really lucky there. I used this Kaisercraft DD342 heart borders die and some white cardstock to cut this row of hearts. I'm going to use some glue to attach that just under the bottom right hand edge of the photo. That completes my layout for today. Very simple layout, but I think it's quite striking and I'm very happy with it. I will link the mood board from Off The Rails Scrapbooking below, and I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for coming to my channel today. If you enjoy my video, please subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified each time I create a new video. If you'd like to share it with your friends, that would be great. Thank you.